Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, so this is live coding for week 8. Okay, so any of you are giving this reattempt qualifier or all are term students?
Sir, I am a student.
Okay, okay. One student is asking for any reattempt summary live session. Okay. So, Akhil, I'm not sure how many others are there for reattempt. So I think others are only for term students. So reattempt, this re-summary things we have already done before the qualifier exam, first attempt. So that revision type of session that I've already done, and we have also released the mock papers for that. So similar pattern we will follow in the this exam also. So instead, I think you got 1 month extra for the preparation, so you can summarize. You can just revise the concept of. We have also released the summary notes. You can check the supplementary content. So and
I
okay, so these programming sessions, these are also helpful for you. Okay, so because if you understand how we are writing the codes for any program, so like week 8 topic also, that also cover the concept of week 3, week 4. So how we are using if operation, how we are using loops or all these things. So by default, that week 3, week 4 contents covers. Okay. Okay, so Akhil, you are the Akhil is the only reattempt person. Any others? I think others are alternate students.
Yes, sir. Week 8 has already completed. The PP also.
So we are just discussing the live coding actually. This problem practice only. Because for the OPP exam, we have the syllabus till week 10, na? So that this week we are covering week 8, then next week week 9, and last week 10 will be covered. So this is for the
Sure.
practice. Hmm? Yeah, Ravikant?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Actually, I think due to quiz one we are just running one week later session actually. So that is happened due to week sorry quiz one revision session all these things. Oh, okay, Lavish. Okay, let me wait for a couple of minutes and then check how many reattempt students are there. So, but others, you can open this online GDB classroom. I have already published the problems, and these are week 8 problems. Okay, so you can start solve the problem. I hope you have the access of online GDB classroom. We have already shared, and this is also mentioned in the calendar. Reattempt student can raise the hand. How many you are have?
Sir, please repeat.
Reattempt qualifier student, please raise the hand. Akhil, I know other. Any other? Which will communicate. So week 1 to week 4 is the syllabus for reattempt qualifier. Same syllabus. Okay. So Akhil, I think you are the only one. So once we will complete these problems, you could understand these problems. Okay. So that also a programming thing. So by default, week 3 and week 4 topics are also covering that. And after, if we will complete, so in the last time, I'll recap the things. Okay. Okay. So let me share my screen and we will start the solving problem. Okay. So I hope you can see. Okay. So you can see we have released five problems in the week 8. So you can open these problems and you can solve these. Okay. So you also write the code, because we have seen this in the OPP1 score that many of them have actually did not qualify the OPP1 exam. So please do the practice. Okay, do the practice of writing the code. Do not just copy paste. Okay, write each line many multiple times. Then you can only remember the syntax of C. So first problem I'm opening, and you know that in the week 8 what we have covered. So we have covered the structure, user defined the data structure. So this structure, union, and enum, these things. So these questions mainly important things are this structure actually. So structure basically we use to store the record, and till now what we are storing, that we are storing some simple single information, single value type of things. But suppose if we have record of something like employee, student, or anything, where the multiples attributes are there, okay, and we need to store the multiple data related to the one entity. Okay, well, related to the one person or related to the one employee or one students. So in the record mostly we store multiple attribute for the one entity. So how we can store the multiple information for one entity in C? Okay, and that information should be stored in the grouped manner. So at any time, so for example, if we are storing the record of students, okay, and student marks, so we have to store student roll number, student name, or student like course and student marks. Okay, so all this information we have to store in some table, and we will store the record for all students like this. So that become a table type of things, so where the columns are attributes, okay, and rows are actually one record of one element, one entity. So this is the feature we can use for this type of data. We can use this group manner, and we use this structure actually in C. Okay, so the information can be saved in the grouped manner. So all questions are related to this structure topic in this live coding week 8 problem 1 to problem 4. So now see, first problem, employee with highest salary. Okay, so in generally record we have multiple attributes. So sometimes we have to filter some information based on some attribute, and we need the other information like, okay. So these are the very common query with the record. So if you have the record of all student marks, we want to ask that which student got the highest marks, what is the name of that student, what is the roll number of that students. So this type of information time to time required for the record. So that type of problems we are discussing today. So we will just write a complete code. We are not giving any main function or anything. You need to write a complete code by following this. So write a program to manage employee records using a struct. Okay. The program should first accept an integer n representing the number of employee. So first input is n and representing the number of employee. Then for each employee, the program should accept three value. Okay, ID, name, salary. So employee ID, that should be integer. Name is a string, and maximum length is 50, and there is no space in the name. Salary is a floating point value, so float we can declare this. Okay, so for each employee, these three information is required, and we need to store this three information as a group manner. So the program should then display the detail of the employee. So complete detail of the employee is required with the highest salary. So the employee with those have highest salary. Okay, so if more than one employee is available with the highest salary, display the first one only. So what order we are getting in the input? if suppose in this sample input you can see three inputs are there. Okay, so n is equal to 3, and here three IDs are given, names are given, and salary is given. So suppose maximum salary is 60,000 here. Okay, 60,000.75. So suppose another user also contain the same salary. So which comes first in the input, that should be print. Okay, and you can see this is the format for output: ID colon space and 102, name and salary. This is the format for output. So constraints are given. We are only giving less than 10 inputs, 10 record in the input, and name will not contain any space. So that some constraint is mentioned. So how we will write the solution for this? So first thing, because we want to store these three attributes in the group manner, we need to create a structure for this. So we will write the code for this. You can also write with me, or you can, if you know the concept well, you can also write your code. Okay. So has this include, and same thing we will write studio.h. Okay, and and so this is the main function we have declared. And structure, so we need to create a one structure, so that we will create outside of the main function. Okay, so that that can be visible globally. So we, how we declare the structure actually, so we will write the keyword for this. So struct. Okay, so this is the keyword, and after that we will just declare a name of the structure. So we can declare any name which actually represent the which is meaningful basically for the record. So we are storing the record of employee, so we will give the name for this is employee. Okay, and after that this will be start structure. Now this is created a one structure. uh, city. Okay, now the next thing is define this member of a structure. So this is called as a member: ID, name, salary. These three members we need to declare inside for the structure. So ID is a integer value, so we can write like int and ID. Okay, so we can give or you can give as it is name ID like this. Okay, so this is the first where member is created. Second information is name. So this is a actually string that contain maximum 50 characters. So we will make this as a array. So char type of array, and here this is a name. Okay, and what is the maximum size? 50. Okay, now this one. And third member is salary. So salary is a float value according to the question. So float. Okay, so float and that salary. So this is the third member. So struct employee we have created, and here we will terminate this column. So this is created a structure. Now we will use this to store the record, because we have many number of records. So for this input three records we are storing. So what we will do, we will create a inside the main function now. Okay, because in main function we will read the input, we will store the output input, and we will process that. So first thing is uh, we what type of information we read? Int n. Okay, so n is for how many records we have. Okay, and we have to, sorry.
No, sir, it's correct.
Okay, and another thing is we will create a one array of type structure. Okay, type structure. So because we will just create a array, so each array one index is a one structure, actually one group date, that storage. Okay, so we will create an array of size n. So how we will do? So first thing is, the first step is, before we have declared n, we will read the input scanf for this percentile d, and that and n. Okay, so now n value we will get. After that we will create a struct, that variable. Okay, struct. So we will write as it is. So here what is the structure name is, we will write as a data type for array. So you can see, okay, we are not copying. Hmm. So struct employee, this is that, this will use as a data type for struct array. So now give the name for array. So emp I am giving, and this is the max n size we will declare. Okay, and one more, we required max employee. So because we are finding out the record, and that is also same type. So let's struct employee one object for max emp. So two of actually variable we have created of the type struct employee. So imp n. So this is an array, okay, where each element of array is representing one structure. This group, these three values required for that. Okay, so this is an array of size n. This is just a one variable of type struct employee. So that will also contain the three field: int, id, name, and salary. So that is our requirement, what output we are getting. So that we will store inside this maxim. Now,
Hello, sir.
yes,
Sir, we can also give the name after the parenthesis closed. Struct employee and after written int id char name float salary, and then after we can also give the nickname.
here you are saying here, Nick, that
Yes, yes.
some name. That is also possible. You can do this. Otherwise, there is one more option. You can change the type of this using the type diff. There are multiple way. You can give some name here, okay, and later in the program you can also write like this type diff, and you can just change the this complete into a one normal variable. So this, one second, struct and employee, and just give this name as a like emp data. Okay, okay. So now this complete structure data type, we are just naming this as a imp data, and we can replace this here imp data also. Okay, then no need to write complete thing like this.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is also one way to change the structure name into a one single data type name. Okay, so that we can also do. Otherwise, you can directly use this as a data type complete thing. Okay, so that what we are doing. So multiple way are possible. So you can use any. So struct employee imp, these variables are created. Now our next task is reading the input. Okay, so we will read. So n value we have already read. Okay, after that we need to read the record actually. So for each employee we need to record id, name, and salary. So we will run a loop here. So for int I equal to 0, okay, and I should be less than n, and I plus plus. So this is the iteration because we are reading n record. So 0 to n, this will be used as the index of this array. Now we will read scanf. So how we will use the scanf, and we are reading three value. Okay, so three value we will read percentile. First is id. Okay, percentile d. Next is string, so percentile s. Next is float, so percentile f. Okay, so three value we are reading in one record. So now at the rate, sorry, and symbol for this, what is the first member? Okay, so that is emp. Okay, and then I and dot. Okay, so how we access the member of this structure? So that is using dot. So if we are just creating any variable for a structure, so we will just use the dot and member name. what member we are reading? ID. That is ID. Okay. So this is the first field of this one structure member. Okay. Next, because second is a string, so we will not use the end here. So we will just write a imp and I and dot name. Okay. And last is float, so that and imp I dot x. Sorry. What are the third field? Salary. So these three fields we will read n times. So this is the input actually reading. So n we have read here. After that, three rows are there. So in each row we have three values. So three value we are reading and storing in these fields: imp dot id, imp I dot name, imp I dot salary. So this loop will run n times and will read all the information, and that data will be stored inside the array imp. So now this is the first step. Our input part is done. So now we will process the data because we are figuring out that the employee with the highest salary. Okay. So how we will do? So we will just traverse each record again, and or we will compare the salary. And we will assume that first employee has the maximum salary. So we are just assigning that max. We have just taken the this variable equal to emp0. We are assuming that this employee, first employee has the highest salary. So after that, we will run a loop from second employee. So for uh, int I equal to 1. Okay, so 0 we have already assumed. We will check from 1. So that I is less than n and I plus plus. So now here we will just check, compare the salary, okay, with the max employee. So what employee is stored in the max employee, we will check, compare with that. If we found greater salary, then we will update our max imp. So here condition if, and so what field we will compare? Salary. Okay, so uh, imp dot imp dot I in bracket I dot salary. If this is greater than, okay, if this is greater than max dot salary. Okay, so if this condition is true, so that means we are getting high salary, okay, for this new employee. And previous we have previous highest salary is stored inside this max employee. So if we are getting this thing, so we will update our max max imp equal to this imp I, this one, emp of I. Okay, so now this is update. So this is simply a finding a maximum element in array. So same process we are doing, but we are storing result as a full one object or one element of the array. So one element of the array is a grouped structure that contains three fields. So this is the process to find out the maximum salary employee. Okay, so now this step is done. If so you can see we are not using equal sign. So that means if we found any greater salary at the first place, and same salary if we find in the next iteration, so that will not be changed actually. So because we are just looking on the greater one, not the equal one. So only if salary will be greater than, then we will update. So in this case, if multiple employee have the same highest salary, so only first one will be come in the record as a output. So now this is the process part. Now the output part. So output have some format. So you can see we are just printing this ID colon space ID name. Okay, name colon then space alias, salary colon then space and then salary. So same format we have to use here. So print f, and here in one line we can print, or you can use multiple line, but okay, so one line how we can print it. So we will just mention ID in the as a string and colon and then space. Okay, then percentile d. So this is the first value, and now we need to move to the next line. So how we will do? So we will use here slash n. Okay, slash n for the next attribute. So that is actually name colon and the next value. So that is a string. So percentile s, and same thing. Next attribute will come in the next line. So slash n. Uh, okay, sorry, I'm using wrong. Okay, then salary colon, and that is a float value. So percentile f, but we will print only till 2 field value. Okay, so that we will use for the safer side 2f. So that is now, and pass the variable name. So variable name is just a max dot id. So second is max dot uh, name, and max employee dot salary. Three field. So three field we have printed. So now this is done. Okay, yeah, all part is done. So this is input part, how we are reading this input, and then how we are finding out the maximum salary employee, and then printing the output. Okay, so let's run this. If we are getting any error or something, no. Okay, so now let's write some sample input like 3, and next line suppose 101, and I am just writing uh, A B John John, and then 50.50. This is the first input, and the like 102, and that lies, and then 60,000. Okay, dot 75. Third 103, and that pop, that 55,000 dot 25. Okay, and now print. So 3 record we have read. After that we are getting id equal to 102. Okay, you can see in these 3 record, second one is have the highest salary. So id is 102, name is li, salary is okay. So why this is printed? Oh, we missed 2. Okay, but okay, so you can see now this will resolve. So this 40 will not come in the output. So now just test this, what output we are getting. So all test case, public and private, all are passed. So this complete process you should know, how we create the structure, how we create a variable for the structure, how we create the array for that structure. After that, how we store the data into the structure, and how we read the data. Okay, and all these things are very important for this structure type of question. And one question definitely in OPP2 you can expect for on this. And I hope you got some mail regarding this OPP2 structure, correct? Some changes.
Yes, sir.
So what we are doing, we will that OPP pattern will remain same, 3 question in 2 section, but first section score will also be considered for OPP1. Okay, so first section means so first section 3 question are there. You need to do 2 question for OPP2 exam. Okay, so that means 2 question from section 1, 2 from section 2. So that is for OPP2 weightage. Okay, 2020 and 30 marks. But section 1, all 3 questions considered for OPP1. So that weightage for the section 1 will be 33.33 marks for each question, 3 questions. So if you complete all 3 questions in the section 1, so that will also, that 100 marks will also be considered for OPP1. Okay, but from that for OPP2, that section only 40 marks will be considered. So means you have a chance to improve your OPP1 score from this exam as well as the OPP2. Okay, so just after completing, try to complete all three questions in the section one, and you will get 100 score in the OPP1. Okay, so that formula is maximum actually. What you got in the OPP1 and what you will get from this OPP2, what is the maximum that we consider. Okay, so yeah, this is the solution for first problem. Second problem, I'm moving. Any doubt in this, anyone, in this code?
No, sir.
Okay, I hope this is straightforward.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. So I'm moving to the second problem, and second problem is very similar to this. So I'll ask to you if any one of you can explain. So write a program to store and display book details using same structure are there. Okay, so here three information is required for the books: ISBN number, that is integer; title, that is name actually; maximum length 50; price in floating value. So all these things are same. Only we are looking the books which have the lowest price this time. Okay, so you can see the sample input, three books are there, this information is there. So we are just displaying the record, the book which have the lowest price. And same things, if more than one book are available, just display the first one only. So same problem is there, we are finding lowest thing this time. So can anyone explain this?
Actually, sir, if we find the lowest, then
Ha.
we inverse the condition under the if.
Ha, so that is fine. You can, if you want to solve, okay, you can share your screen and you can write the code line by line and explain.
Sir, actually, I am joining with my phones.
Okay, if anyone is using a laptop and if you want to share everything. So we have write the code similar, very similar code for the first problem, and now, and if any one of you want to solve this problem, this very similar one, you can share your screen. Last time I think some have shared in the last code session. Nobody want? Okay, so let's start with the same things. So I'm writing. As I mentioned that this coding things is definitely required writing practice. Okay, otherwise you cannot remember syntax. If you are just reading from the books or reading from the notes or all, everything, these codes, you cannot write that syntax as it is in the exam. So because of that multiple time, you need to practice for the programming. Okay, so same things we will start here. So has include stdio.h. Okay, and okay, so same, we will create a struct, and this time what we are storing books. Okay, so I'm creating book structure, and what are the field for books? So that first value is int, and that is ISBN. Okay, second is string, so that is care, title, and this is a 50 space max. Third field is price, so that is float. Okay, price. So that is our float value. So that is done. So now you can see we have created a structure for this book. Three fields we will store in a group manner, and that is completed. Okay. So now declare the variable int n. Okay, and read the input scanf percentile d, and then this variable. Okay, so get n. Okay, now we will create a structure for this struct employee. So we can also change the type def. Okay, so this time let's use the type change of this complete structure type def and struct and book. Okay, so we are changing this as a book data type. Data book data type. Okay. So now we just change the structure name as a one single name as a data type. Okay, so then now we can use that. So now we will declare one array or one that same thing uh, output variable. So that struct not book data type, and this is a book record. So book book record, and this is the array, and this is the maximum size is 10 according to the question, or we can directly take n because we have the size n, and that lowest. Okay, so lowest price, so that will contain the result. So now the declaration is done. Now reading part. Okay, so for loop, and I equal to 0, I is less than n, and this is I plus plus. So we will read the input. So how we will read scanf percentile d percentile s percentile f, and these value will be stored in these three variable array. So book record of I dot ISBN. Okay, so this is the first field, and that end symbol will come with this. Second is name, not name, title. So that is same book record I dot title. Okay, and third variable is book record I and dot
Sir,
price.
forgotten.
Sorry.
Sir, ampersand. Use of ampersand you have forgotten.
Uh, with the last variable, na?
With also second.
No, second is not required. This is string actually.
Okay, okay.
For string we not actually use. So this is now complete line, and here colon. Then this will read all the input actually. Okay. So now the next task is just assign this low price thing. So low price, uh, and we will store the first book record in this. So that is book record 0. So we are assuming this first book has the lowest price. Now we will run a loop again, and we will compare the price. So same for, and I equal to 1. Okay, and I is less than equal to n, and I plus plus. Okay, inside this we will write a condition if this what is the low price, this dot price, if this price is smaller than the current book. Okay, so that is actually book record and I dot price. So that means okay, we are looking the lowest price. Okay, so we have to take condition reverse. If we are getting lower price of the another book, okay, so that means this condition will become true. So we need to update our this variable low price to the book record I. This okay, so that will contain a next low price. So for this, just mention low price equal to and book record I. So now that is done. So this will so finally low price will contain the book record that has the lowest price. And finally we will print the output. So print f. So all details we need to print. You can see same ISBN in the similar way. So first field is ISBN colon space and percentile d. Okay. Next is new line. Okay. So n and next is title colon space percentile s. And next is not space slash n, and last is price, and that colon space and percentile dot to f. See. And now mention the field so that max low price dot ISBN comma low price dot title and comma low price dot price. Price. So you can see we are getting all the information in one line. Okay. So now all things are done. So we have read the input and we have also processed. We figure out the lowest book, price book, and then we are printing that output. So let's test this. First run this if any syntax error is coming. No, stop and then print directly. Okay. Now our output is coming correct. So you can see we are getting this output and expected output is this one. Both are same. So same, this was the same question as previous, only we are looking for the lowest things. So I hope this is clear. You can move to the next. Third one. Yeah. So here this has some little bit change in this what we are asking actually. Okay, so here we find books published in a given year. So that is also a similar type of pattern, but here we are asking some different information from the record. So that is write a program that stores books details using struct, and the program should first accept an integer n representing the number of books. For each book, we are accept ISBN, title, year of publication. So these three fields we required, and then one more input is there after this. So one more input is there, that is actually year. And now we will display all books title only published in that year. So here if you see sample input, 3 is the n value, then 3 records are stored, and this year is the input 2005. So that means we are looking the books which are published in 2005 year. So all books should be, book name should be, title will be printed in the output. Okay. So we are not printing ISBN number, we are only printing the title which are published in this 2005 year in the same input order. Okay, we will not change the order. So I think that is mentioned. Display in the same order as input if more than one book available. So you can see we are just printing this.
But the
So
process is same, sir, doing this.
process is same. We are not just finding out the maximum minimum things. So after storing the data, we will simply traverse again and we will compare the book year, and then we will print it.
Yes, if the year is equal to 200 2005, then
Huh.
it's the book.
Yes. So we will
And
print the title of the book.
yes, before we have to run a loop, which goes from
Huh.
1 to
Yes. So first is same step. First declare the structure for this, then read the input, all inputs, and then just traverse again all input and compare the year. And if year is matched, print the title. So that is the flow of this solution. Okay. So same we will write here. So has include dot h struct. So struct we will create. So same book record we are creating. So struct book, and that is okay. So what are the fields we have? We have ISBN. So that int ISBN. Okay, and the title, that is actually a string. So pair 15 and float publication, that is also integer. Int year. I'm just giving the name year. So this one. How this is done? So this is the structure, and we create the structure for record. Now it's simple int n comma y. So y for year. Okay. And then read the scanf percentile d for n. Okay. Create the structure variable. So struct book and name. So like similar book rec book record, and that is of size n. Okay, so start book done. Okay, so here this time no need to use variable because we need to print actually the all. So now this is done, and after that okay, so this have been done. You already okay, fine. So for loop to read the data. So that int I equal to 0, I is less than n, and I plus plus. Okay. So now in this we will write scanf percentile d space percentile s space percentile d, three value, and comma, that will book record I dot, first is ISBN, comma, book record I dot, next is title. Okay, book record I dot here. Okay, and so now we have read the input, all input. Now we have stored that. So next step is reading the year input. Okay, so still one input is pending. So scanf percentile d, and that is and year y only. So okay, we have taken y. Okay, all input are done actually. Okay, we have created read the n, y, and all records. So now this part is done. Input part is done, and now the finding the book title which is published on this y value. So again for I, sorry, int I 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. So this time we are starting from first book. Okay, so we will compare each. So if uh, improcot emp, oh, why is it not coming? Book record, sorry, of I dot what is here. If this value is matched with y, okay, then we will print title of this book. Title, and that is inside the percentile s. Okay, but next input should come in the next line. So book record is less than.
We can give up backend slash n.
Hmm. Okay, so this is done.
Sir, scanf percentile d ampersand n. I think there is syntax error.
Here,
No, sir, scanf.
oh, oh yeah,
Yes, double inverted comma. Yes.
okay. So now this will print. I think it is done. Anything? Anything? Okay, so one more we missed actually. You can see after this statement. After storing the book details, the program should take another input year and display all books title published in that year. Display in the same order as input if more than a if no books are available. Okay, so then we need to print no books found.
It means
So
write in else part.
no, no. So else we cannot write here because otherwise, if year is not matched with the first book, so at that time no book found will come. So we have to take some another variable to find this information. Like we can take one like count. Okay, that we can set 0. If we found the our book, so what we will do, we will increment our counter. So count plus plus. Okay, so later after completion of this all print statement will be done if books is found, and later we will check if count is does not equal to or equal to 0, then we will print that message. So print,
No books found.
okay, so that message is no space books found. Okay, so that is done. The outside of once if we found any one book, so this counter will increase and that last condition will not be matched. Okay, that will only match if no books found. So I think all condition is now covered. Okay, let me check any syntax error. Yes, we have something wrong. Oh, where we missed this open close before this colon. This is scanf. Okay. Int equal to 0 equivalent, this is loop is fine, percentage percentage comma n book book record I to title.
semicolon.
Oh, here. Okay. Okay, so no error is there. Test case. Okay, pass. So here we are getting the correct input output. Okay, so that OPCI OPCI. So we can traverse like this. So this is structure type of thing. So let's move to the next problem number 4. Any of you know how to sort the data? If you have any array, how you will sort this? So
Um,
write a
by
so
swiping.
write. Yes, you can swapping, but some algorithms are there, like bubble sort, selection sort. This type of things are there. If you know, but at least you should know one of the basic algorithm of sorting. So that is, I think, bubble sort or maybe selection sort. Okay. So this is sorting. That question may be asked with array also. Simple elements are given, sort that array. And here this question is asked for the record. So just sort the records based on their salary. And that sorting should happen in descending order. This is also not a ascending order. So this is a descending order. So how you can see sample input here. So here 5,000, 6,000, 60,000, 50,000, and 55,000. So record is printing now the highest salary first, then lowest, then all more lowest. Okay, so our record is now sorted in descending order. So how you will do this sorting? So to understand this, take one example. So one way for the sorting is, suppose you have the array or the elements are like 3, 4, 2, 1, 6, 5. Okay, suppose this type of input order is there. Okay, in the array. So how we can sort this? So we will start from the that we will iterate actually. Iterate, and we will compare each value. So suppose this value to this value. Okay,
Yes.
suppose this is I and this is. If both are not in the correct order, so we will just swap these. Okay, same process we will repeat with this loop. So 3 and 4 is correct, but 4 and 2 are actually in the reverse order. So we will write, so 2 and this will swap actually. So this swapping will be done here. Now after swapping, so this 4 will come here. So 3 2, 4, 1, 6, 5. This will be the update of after one swapping. Then these element will compare. This is not in the correct order. So we will swap this. So after swapping, 3, 2, 1, 4, 6, 5. Okay, this is done. And if this is not, this is already done. So this is not in the correct order. So this is already in the increment order. Okay, so this is no effect. Now we will check 6, 5. So this is also not in the correct order. So 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. So this is the one pass we have done. And in this process, highest element actually will reach at the last position. One element will reach at the correct position. Same process we will repeat again. So you can see we are getting one element at least at the correct position. So total we have 6 elements. One pass
Yes.
we have done. So we will repeat this process for 6 times actually. So one already done. So again we will do the same things. We will just check this. So this is not in the correct order. So 2, 3, 1, 4, 5, 6. Then again we will compare this. So this will become 2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now you can see this 3, 4, 4, 5 all in the correct order. So now this is the second loop iteration. So here you can see 4 elements are actually coming in the correct order, but this is not the always condition. Okay, so maybe this also be in incorrect order, and only last two elements will become sorted. So we will repeat the full process every time. So this process will repeat 6 times how many elements we have, and for each process we will compare each adjacent element one by one, and we will swap if required. So this is the one way to sorting the elements. Another way we have selection sort. So this is generally called as a bubble sort. Okay, and another we have 3, 4, 2, 1, 6, 5. So what we will do, we will traverse all the elements. Okay, and we will find out what is the minimum element position. So first iteration we will check which of the smallest elements. You can see this is the smallest element in this all, and we are looking for the first position. So that means first iteration we will just look for this position. So after finding out this is the minimum, so this and first position and this minimum position will element will be swapped. So after swapping, so this will become 1 4 2 3 6 5. So now you can see in one iteration we found out the smallest element and we set that at a first position. Now we will check for this part only. Okay, again we are just looking for the element for this second position. Okay, we will not touch the first position. Again we will find out what is the smallest element in this and what is the position. So you can see this one is the smallest one. So we will swap these two elements. So you will get a 1, 2, 4 and 3, 6, 5. Now you can see this part is sorted. Same thing we will repeat with this. We will find out what is the smallest element in this part. So this is the smallest 3. This will swap with this first position of this part. So this will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. Okay. So now 3 are sorted. Next step, again we will find out what is the smallest element. So this is the position and this is also m minimum element. So no effect will be there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. For this position again we will check what is the smallest element in this part. So 5. So 5 will swap with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in this way this data will be sorted. So any approach you can use, either you can use or you can use. Okay, so both in both approach we are running this, it's the same process and time how many elements we have. Okay, in this also. So we are running multiple process. This process will repeat n-1 time. So that means we need a nested loop for this. And here our actually we are just looking the data in descending order. So this what I have explained here is increasing order sorting. So we have to change the condition accordingly. So like 3, 4, 2, 1, 6, 5. In this process, when we will compare the element, so we will check if these elements are in reverse order or not. Because our output should be like this: 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this should be the order. So but you can see this is in increasing order, but this is not our requirement. So we will swap this. Okay. We
Yes,
will
sir. Yeah, we can also get which is the maximum value and store at the first address.
that is, yeah, that in this process we can do that also. So now this become 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 5. Then we will again check this. Yeah, this is incorrect. Okay, 2, 1 is also correct. Then 1, 6. Okay, so this will become 6, 1. Then 1, 5. So this will become a 5, 1. So in this case, you can see we found the smallest element at the last position. So this is now a one step, and we found the one element is reached at the last. Okay. So this algorithm we can apply for our problem for sorting. So we will compare the that cell and we will swap the elements positions. So let's write that. Okay. So that has include .h. Okay, structure we need to create. So struct and this is employee, so that is emp employee. Okay, And what are the fields for employee is id integer. So id name, and that is 50 size max, salary plot. So this structure is now created. So next thing is so this is done now in the main function. So how many records we have? So that int n we require, and our task is to just only sorting. So okay, so read this scanf percentile d and n. Now struct employee emp array of size n. So for loop I equal to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. Okay, so this is for reading the data. So scanf percentile d percentile s f and emp dot I dot isv id. Okay, and comma emp dot name and emp dot sorry I dot salary. So here we missed this and symbol.
Yes.
Okay, so this all part is done for reading record, and now we got the data in our structure array. Now our sorting part is required. Okay, so sorting part we required. So let's use this bubble sort things. So we need two loop actually. So first loop, how many process is required? Okay, so for int I equal to 0, and so same I is less than n. Okay, and I plus plus. So this is the outer loop. Okay, so inside this loop we will run a second loop, so that will actually compare the elements. So j and j equal to, that will start from 0 and colon sorry j is less than n and j minus minus. Okay, so this nested loop. So this j loop is actually will compare the elements. So actually we are comparing like this. So first element should be compared, then the second, next. So okay, we can reduce our loop till one more less element, because we will compare with the next one, that j plus 1. So that we can update little bit. So this should be reached at the minus 1. Okay, second last element. And each time we will compare that if our emp of j, okay, dot salary, if that salary is smaller than, so we are decreasing actually. Okay, if this salary is smaller than next salary, so that is emp j plus 1. Okay, dot salary. Okay, so first salary, j salary is smaller than j plus 1 salary, so we will swap this. So that is the swapping part. So how we will do? How we will swap the elements? We will directly change the position. So we will take one variable temp. Okay, so that temp variable should also be the same type of this struct. Okay, temp variable. Then we can use here. So temp equal to that emp of j. Okay, first we read this, and then emp j position we will update by emp j plus 1. Okay, and that emp j plus 1 assigned by temp. So this is just a swapping of two elements, two positions. So we have done swapping. So in this way, our record will sorted based on the salary. So that is the part. The next part is printing this. Okay. So this is done. Now print the record. So that we will done again a loop for and I equal to 0, I is less than equal to n, and I plus plus. So we are simply printing the array, structure array. So print statement, and how we are printing the output in this format. Okay. So percentile d percent first thing id colon this percentile d, and the same line. Okay, so comma space name colon, and that is a string. So percentile s comma space then salary and colon space percentile dot to f. Okay, so this is now a variable. So emp dot I dot id comma emp I dot second field is name. Okay, and comma emp dot I dot salary. So, and after completion of the line, we will use slash n new line. Okay. So this is the output format. So we are printing the same record, but that is now sorted. This is the output part. Okay, let's run this. Any syntax? Yeah, we have got the syntax error again. Salary undeclared. Oh, I miss the scan part. Okay, okay, we missed the column. For loop. Okay, this one. Int I equal to okay. Okay. So all syntax error are now resolved.
Yes,
So
sir.
let test this. Zero. Okay. What is this segment fault? Oh, dumped. Okay. So what we have done? Something wrong. Sorry, J plus plus. Hmm. Now pass. So we have mentioned J minus minus. So we are starting from zero value, then it will reach to negative value. That is the
Yes,
problem.
infinite.
So now both output are exact. So in this type of formatting, if suppose this type of question asks, so please focus on this string formatting. Okay, so that should be same. If we miss at least one space, suppose if we miss this space here, so in that case, I think still it will not pass the output zero. You can see. So some space is now removed, so that is not matching. So please focus on this in the exam. So that type of mistake should not be happen.
Sir, if this type of problem were done in the examinations, then what will be the marks awarded for this?
If this type of mistake is done, you are saying
Yes, sir. Then,
0 marks.
yes.
So if any test case is not passing, you will get 0 marks. Doesn't matter what small mistake you have done.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so do not make mistake because this is zero and full marks only. So if a test case are passed, you will get marks. Otherwise, no.
If
So now,
test case are passed,
if private test case are passed, you will get marks.
no, sir. Partial, partial.
Partial marks, then you will also get the marks. Suppose five private test cases are there. Okay, so that means that contain the weightage 100, 20, 20 each. If your three test cases are passed, you will get a 60 marks out of 100 from that problem.
Okay, sir.
Okay, partial marking is there. Yes. Okay, so this is the fourth one. Now last one. I am not saving the actually code. Maybe I lost all the code. So okay, so this is related to little bit enum and union actually. Okay, so what scenario we can use enum or union data structure? Okay, this in our week 8 which is discussed. So here you can see write a program that use an enum. Okay, and enum to represent different payment method and a union to store the relevant payment details. So the program should accept the integer choice first. Okay, so what choice we are getting? If our choice is one, payment mode should be cash payment. Okay, if choice is two, payment mode is credit card payment. If choice is three, UPI payment. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
this,
Look like a switch case statement.
okay, but we will use enum. Enum. We can. So that is not the like mandatory things, but here we want to practice of the enum and union. How we can use which type of person. So
Sir,
based on the
enum
huh,
also works on a switch case.
how you can use
Uh,
switch.
yes, sir. Enum also work on that. Suppose if
But same type of information, same type of problem can be solved without enum also. Okay, so it is just a like application related things. If we want to give only the fixed operation and then we can give the name as a case, but that value will be represented as a one like this. Okay, so we just label some like string to some integer value, just we maintain using the enum. So you can three choice we have, and the choice meaning is this. Okay, cash payment, credit card payment, UPI payment. Based on the choice, take the required input and store it in union. So we will create a one union and we will store the information on that union. The same. Display the chosen payment method and its associated detail. If an invalid choice is entered, print the message. So constant is card number is integer, UPI ID is a string of at most 50 characters. So here some sample input is there. Someone press the choice two, so it is asking the credit that two choices for credit card payment. So credit card, they have to enter this credit card number also. okay, in the input for choice 2. Then output should be, so for choice 2, what is the payment method? Credit card. So this will print into the output payment method, and card number, this input. If suppose input is 3, choice is 3, then UPI we need to enter, and this should be the output payment method UPI, and the UPI ID is this one. Another some test case we have, suppose if we are printing inputting 4 value that is not exists, in that case this invalid payment method should come. Or if we are passing the choice 1 cash payment, so that will not ask any output, sorry, input. Okay, so cash payment, no input is required, so no extra input needed. So for choice 2 required card number as integer, choice 3 required a UPI ID as a string.
Means in this case there are two inputs are required.
Huh. For second and third choice, two inputs are required, but for first choice, only one input is required. Only choice. And output. So output will be print based on the choice. So one is the output will be print only the things payment method, cash payment. So there is
Sir,
no other information.
sir, if user,
Huh?
sir, if user write one as an input, what will
Huh. So
display as output?
so only the payment method, cash payment.
Okay, that is payment method is
Only the
equal.
only the one line. Yes.
Uh, okay.
Okay. So that is the scenario here. So we can create this. So let's use this input. So you can see in this string we are giving the space also, credit space card space payment. Okay, so we'll maintain this. So include, sorry, as include stdio.h. Okay, int name. Okay, so return 0. So for this main function, we will create a enum things. Okay, so how we can use the enum here? So enum, and the same type of structure is there. So we will use this, and here we will define the label with some value. Okay, so cash payment, cash credit card. Okay, so we will just mention like this cash. So this is just a option type cash, and we will assign some value for this. So that is the one value.
Yes.
Okay, okay, so this value will assign comma. Next, no need to assign any value. So like second option we can write credit, okay, card, and we will leave it, or UPI and leave it. Okay, so by default if cash is assigned to 1, so next value assigned to 2, and UPI assigned to 3. So this is by default. If you not assign the first value to the cache, so that will automatically assign to from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, like this. Okay, so we will use this cache as a term, but this will consider as a integer form 1. This is the mapping actually. So this is the enum declaration here. Next step is create the union actually. Okay, so union, two types of input we are getting. It may be either integer value, okay, so for credit card information, or it may be also a id, a string value. Okay, so we will just create a one union structure, and both value we will mention this. So union payment method. Okay, so payment method, so that same thing. So what are the possible member for this is, there are two possible members. So first is card
So
number. So this is not, we will not take in, because card number is mostly, you can see length is given very high. Okay, so we can here define like long type of data type. So if card number is like mostly 16 digit or something, So long, and that is card number. Card number. Okay, this is the first. And second, maybe string is with the maximum size, uh, 50. So that care, that is UPI ID, and that is 50 only. Okay, so so this is a one union. Okay, so if we will create a variable for this, so that variable can store either this card number or this UPI ID. Okay, so what is the maximum size of that two variables that will be assigned actually for this storage union. So okay, so this part is done union, and now our main code actually, so inside the main function. Okay. So main function, what is our next thing is what we are reading actually. We are reading choice. Okay, so that and we also need to create a that variable for enum and union. So here enum, and what is, oh, we have not mentioned any name for enum actually. Okay, yeah, we need to mention enum. So payment method. We declared. Oh, sorry. Payment method is this, and this is a detail actually. You can mention detail. So payment method is the enum and payment detail is the union. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, enum payment method. Payment method. So this method, we will declare one variable for this is like method. This is the first thing. Same union. Union is payment details, and we will create like detail these variable. Now, so we will declare one variable here. This int choice. This is the integer value. Now read this is from input scanf and that %ld
and
and
choice.
choice. Okay. Okay, this is done. Now we will use the switch case. Okay, so that we have this method as input for the switch case, and inside that we will read the details on that. And you know that in switch case, if case one is satisfied, so only that part will be run, and we will apply the break for that. So we will use switch, and inside the switch, we will pass choice. Okay, choice. Again, choice. Okay, one second. Choice we have read. Okay, that we can assign as a method. Okay, we can leave it. So now choice we are reading, but inside this choice, what we can do, we can assign the case. So case, and inside the case we can write the value label actually. Okay, so this case like this. If our choice is matched with the case, so what should be done? We should print, so printf, and so output we are printing actually here if our case is there. So
And
that is only payment method. Okay, so payment method space and that colon, and then
cash
uh,
can
one second. Case. Okay, so
hash
that is CSH.
capital C.
Okay. So here credit number required and no extra input case. What is the output display? The chosen method associated detail. Okay, yes. So we are printing this only the input, and we will apply the break because no information is required after that. Break is done. Now case 2. Okay, so that case. Next method is uh, so what method we have? Credit card. Okay, this one. Credit card underscore is there. So if this is matched, then we will print. Oh, we need to scan actually. Scan F and percentile. Percentile. We are reading the credit card number. So that is percentile LLD. Long integer. Okay, so that is our which where it will save actually, that is union. So union we have defined details dot, what field we have made, uh, card number. So then print this, print our output. So that is first is the payment method. So that is the first value, payment method colon, and that is credit card. Okay, and this is the first information slash n, that credit card. So this is payment with credit card and same card number. And we will write a details dot card number. Okay.
Sir, actually, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, you have passed a choice as an integer, okay?
Uh,
But here you write a case and write as strings.
mm, a
It
second.
should be int value, that is 1, 2, 3, something like that.
Okay, yeah, correct. So in choice we have declared we read this. So after that, what we can do, we declare this enum variable method. Okay, method equal to choice. Okay, and this method should be passed here.
Yes, it is right.
The method. Okay, so this is the second case, third case. So case and last case is this UPI. Scanf and percentile. So here percentile S plus, sorry, this is details dot UPI ID. What was the name of that UPI ID? This is a string. Okay. Okay. Now print statement same. So printf. So that payment method colon UPI and same. and then UPI ID. So UPI ID colon, and that should be the string space, and that is the S. We missed, I think, details card number. Oh, percentile LLD, comma detail card.
Details are the missing.
Detail. Okay, so this one. So that should be the details of dot UPID. And default case, default print invalid payment method.
Sir, there is a syntax error in details dot card number.
Details dot.
Card number. After details dot card number, you have to write a comma, which is invalid.
Which line you are talking?
Sir, that is
Oh yeah,
printf
this
method
one.
percentile.
Now correct na? Remove the comma. Okay, so invalid payment method. Okay, so all I think is done. Uh, okay, let's run. Okay, we are getting error. So print. Okay, we missed the colon. The print statement. Okay. Okay, where it is print. Let's print. Where is print?
Sir, printf.
Hmm. Now all syntax is clear. Oh my god. Two. One, two case two, and this is card number is asking an invalid payment method. Our output is this default. Okay, so something is wrong done. What are the other fail? Three. Oh, we are always getting this. Oh, so let's see again. Cash, credit card, UPI. We have declared method here. Method equal to choice and pass the method. Then cash, credit card, UPI. We are missing. Oh, we missed the break in this line. Okay. Here also break. Okay, let's test. Still not.
Sir, one more mistake I think.
Mm-hmm.
That is, uh, you have assigned the choice value into the method. After that, you take inputs from the users, which is I think wrong.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. After this.
Yes, sir.
Method equal to choice. Yeah, I think that work. Yeah, correct. So yeah, this is the way. So how we can use this method? So method is getting like this is the enum variable. It is reading integer value, but we can map with the this label case, the test case. Same thing you can do only simple case one two. Just read the choice one two three and just apply the case equal to one case two like this. We are just representing then how we can use the enum. Okay, and how we can save the different type of information in one actually data type, so that is union at a time. So
Right.
this is the so save. So yeah, this is the solution for last problem 5. Now qualifier student if are there. So how many of attempt qualifier students are there now meeting? Can you please raise the hand? All reattempt qualifier. Akhil is only there. Yeah, Akhil, if you have any doubt in any topic, you can ask. I think otherwise the same thing repeated, and you can already watch the session, that revision session. So we have the same thing for your also, and you have given the same. We have released the mock question also, so you can see the idea what type of questions comes in the qualifier. So otherwise, all live sessions are available on the YouTube channel. I hope you have the link. Or if you have any task in, sorry, if you have any doubt in any topic of the qualifier syllabus, so then you can ask. Yeah, all other term student can leave because we have done that term content, this live coding session content. You can solve all these. Only the qualifier student you can stay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, thanks. So only qualifier, the attempt qualifier student can stay. Yeah, other can drop off. Still many of the are there. So still. Yeah, all the term students you can left the meeting. I didn't get entire week two, so I to summarize evening session. Evening session, there is no evening session. I think I'm not sure. No evening session this week because his health is not correct. So this week session is removed. So second I didn't get week two. So only week two you are asking. Akhil, you can open the mic. Okay, so okay. Where is the notes? Where is the 800? Okay, so let's show you. So Akhil, I'm just summarize from this notes. This is also available on the portal from week two. So week two basically covering the number representation in the computer, how we can represent the number, and this is also important. Okay, so this all conversion binary number system of this decimal and hexadecimal octal we generally not give, but this number conversion is important for the exam purpose. So how we can convert binary to decimal or decimal to binary, that is the first thing. Then how we can convert bi- binary number to hexadecimal. So first thing you should know how is the binary number. So binary number means 0 1 actually we used. So this definition you can see. One second. Hmm. So binary number you can see. Hmm. That number can be made only these two digits 0 and 1. Okay, so each digit in the this number system can be made by this 0 and 1, and this is the main actually input for the computers. Basically that is our data is read only in this binary form at the machine level. So how we can represent the number using this binary? So 0 and 1, these are the two digit we can use. So one value correspond to 0 value can be represented by 0 and 1 value can be represented by 1. Okay. So this is the first representation, but after that, how we will represent the value? So some common binary representation you can remember. So suppose this is the two decimal number. So what will be the binary number for this? So this is the decimal value actually, okay? Because binary number we have two digits, so we will divide this by two, okay? And what we are getting? So we will get one here, and okay, what is the remainder value here? Is zero, okay? And again we will divide this two, so this will not divide by completely here. So this value we will directly take as a binary number. So 1 and 0, we will read this like this, okay? So remainder is now 1. If we just divide this, so remainder is 1. So just read this data in bottom up manner. So that is actually a binary equivalent. Okay, so this 2 decimal is equivalent to this binary. So this division method you can use for any number. So like suppose if you are calculating the what is the binary for this 7. Okay, so just divide it by 2, because we are converting this into a binary form. Because of that we are dividing by 2. If you want to convert this number into a that octal number, divide by 8. So that we have to use divide by 8. So now when we are dividing this, what reminder we are getting? 1. And 2 3 just 6. So 3 value we will write here. Again we will divide. So 2 1 are 2. Okay. 2 1 are 2, and 1 is reminder. Now we are dividing, so it is only we will get the remainder 1, and this is 0. So now this value we are getting, so from here to this one. Okay, so 1 1 1. This is the equivalent binary number for 7. Okay, so any number you can calculate like in this way. Suppose we have given like 38. What is the binary equivalent for this? So just use the same method. So like 38, apply the division method to, so remainder is 0, 19. Okay, now 2, remainder is 9. Sorry, remainder is 1, but 2 9 is 18. So again 2, so 2 8 2 4 is 8, so 4, and remainder is 1. And 2, you will get 2 2 is 4, so that is 2, and remainder is 0. Again 2, so 1, so you will get a 0 remainder, and then 1, last one. Okay, so now read this from bottom up manner. So 1 0 0 1 1 0. So this is the binary equivalent of this. Okay, so in this way you can convert any decimal number into a binary number. But common for common use, just remember at least this 0 to 15. So what are the binary equivalent for this? So that is actually you can quickly solve some problem if you know this. So 0 0 to 15 we can represent by the 4 bits actually. Okay, so 0 can be represent 0 0 0 0, 1 can be represent 0 0 0 1. Okay, 2 0 0 1 0, and 3 0 0 1 1, 4 0 1 0 0, 5 0 1 0 1, 6 0 1 1 0, 7 0 1 1 1. Okay, so in this way you can learn till 15 at least. So what are the number you can practice in this, and quickly you can solve some question if you know this. Otherwise, every time you have to apply this method. So this is the binary number system, and by inside this binary, we you can see how we are calculating the. I have explained this binary decimal to binary. Now reverse process is also there. Suppose so this is another way. Okay, this is another way to convert this number. But another way is if you have a binary number, and then what is the decimal equivalent? So binary number, suppose you have one 1 0 1 1 1, like this is a binary number. What is the decimal equivalent of this? For this you have to apply another method. So for corresponding this bit actually will be write as a 1 into 2 to the power 0. This bit plus 1 into 2 to the power 1. Okay, this corresponding bit 1, so each part plus, apply the plus. So 1 into 2 to the power 2. This one will become here. So 0 into 2 to the power 3. Next one 1 into 2 to the power 4. And last one is 1 into 2 to the power 5. Yes. So corresponding, you can start with 2 to the power 0 and multiply this bit. Okay, and plus 2 to the power 1 multiply this bit. So you can write like this. Okay, for this equivalent, and then solve this. So this is now 1 into 2 to the power 32 plus this is 16 plus this become a 0. Okay, multiplying 0. So we can leave it. So 2 to the power 2 4 plus 2 to the power 1 2, and plus 2 to the power 0 is 1, so that is 1. Just add this. So this is 48, 52, 54, 55. So this is the decimal equivalent. Okay, so this process can be used for the every type of number system, with binary to octal, octal to like this. So this is the another number system, octal. So octal means we have only 8 digits, 0 to 7 this time. So any decimal you want to convert into an octal, just divide by 8. Like suppose like we have 40. What is the octal equivalent for this? You just divide it by 8. So 8 5 ja 40. Okay, so 0 remainder 5 ja. Okay, then again divide 8, so only 5 remainder will remain. Okay, so 0. So just read this 50. This is the octal equivalent of 55 decimal. Sorry, 40 decimal. Okay, this one. So in this way we can convert decimal to octal, all this. Okay, so you can see same process is there. Decimal number system. So decimal we have the same things. So if we have decimal 3, we can also write like this. We have already seen hexadecimal number system. This is important. So if any hexadecimal number system, we have total 0 to 15 these number of digit, and as a digit, because after 9 we have 10, so that contain 2 actually digits. So we replace this with a. Okay, so after 9, 10 will written as a. Okay, and 11 will be written as a B, then C, then D, then E, and then F or 15. So any number can be written for this as a hexadecimal number. So there's for like, suppose binary number is given, binary to hexadecimal, suppose. Okay, so 1 1 1 1 0 0 0 0. Okay, because hexadecimal have total 16, so 4 bit is at least required. So this is a binary number. How we can write this as a hexadecimal? So just take 4 bit from the last and write that as a, what is the equivalent value for this in hexadecimal. So 0 0 0 0 is 0. So 0 will be written as a 0 here, 0. Okay, but 1 1 1 written as a 15 in the decimal. Okay, so 15 is represented is here F. F. Okay, so F0 is now a hexadecimal value of this binary number. Okay, so binary number you can also convert into decimal. So decimal to hexadecimal you can convert like this in the same way. So suppose you have 120, okay, and this is the decimal number. How we can convert this into a hexadecimal? Divide by 16. Same process. Okay, so what reminder you are getting, note down here and read this. So you will get a hexadecimal. Okay, so any value, if you're getting any like 10, so you will not write a 10. Instead of 10, you will write a in hexadecimal form. And same hexadecimal to binary, you can directly write. Suppose it is given a, like a and c and 5. Suppose this is hexadecimal 16. So what is the equivalent decimal for this or binary for this? So for binary, just take each character and represent into 4 bits form. So how 5 can be written? So 5 is written like 0101, okay, and C is equivalent to 12, 1100, okay, and A is equivalent to 10, 1010. This is now become a binary for this. So because of that, I'm asking just at least 0 to 1, just learn this binary representation, because then you can directly write. Otherwise, every time you have to calculate. So what is the A equivalent 10? And then you will use the division method. How divide by 2, 2, 2 like this, and you will get this. Okay, so this is the conversion. So the conversion between number system, as I mentioned, decimal to binary, decimal to octal, octal to binary, decimal to hexadecimal, all these conversion are the same way we are doing. So hexadecimal to so yes, suppose if this is given 1A3 explains like 1A3. How we can convert this into a decimal based, okay? So that is the same way like binary we have done. So this 3 will be written as a 3 into 16 to the power 0 plus a into a means we can write 10. Okay, so 10 into 16 to the power 1 plus 1 into 16 to the power 2, and solve this, you will get this answer. Okay, so this is the way conversion. So conversion, some question may come on the conversion in the exam. Okay, so practice on this. Actually, it's one to one. Yeah, next thing is in this negative representation in the computer. So there are two types of negative. This is also important. So one is sign and magnitude. This, okay, and another way is 2's complement. So how the sign and magnitude negative number representation works? So that is just a, we use the 1 bit for sign. So 0 for positive, 1 for negative. Suppose we have any number, like minus this 7. Okay, so how 7 is written? Suppose we are representing in the 4 bit. So 7 is written like 0 1 1 1. Okay, so this bit will represent a sign here. Okay, and this last digit will be represented as a number. So first bit is for sign, 0 for positive and for negative. So minus 7 will be written like minus 1 and 1 1 1. So no, not 1, sorry, 1 1 1 1. This is now representing a negative number. Okay, so for minus, and this is the value. So this is simple. So 18, you can see 18 we have written in the 8-bit system. So 8-bit system, this is written like 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0. So 1 bit is reserved for sign. So the 0 is representing for positive. And for minus 18, this will become 1. Other will remain same. So this is the equivalent to 18, but this is for negative sign. So this is simple. Okay. And for 2s complement notations. So the drawback of this is actually we have two representation for 0. So that is mentioned in this notes also. So you can see this we have actually, suppose we want to represent the zero representation, okay, for sign magnitude form. So zero actually uh, suppose 4 bit, okay, so 0000. This first is for sign. We can also write 1000. So this is a negative, this will represent a negative zero, but there is no meaning of negative zero or positive zero. Zero is just a neutral. Okay, so but we can represent like two representation for zero. So that is a drawback of this. So 2s complement is different notation for negative number. So this one is so negative numbers are represented by inverting all the bits of the positive numbers and then adding one. So this is called as a 2s complement. First invert, first convert the number into a 1s complement. 2s complement is just invert all the digit. So here 18 is there. Okay, so 18 is generally written like this: 0 0 0 0 1 0 0 1 0. So this is the general form of the binary number. Okay, but first step is just invert all the digit. Okay, so this will become 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1. Invert all the digits. So this is called as a 1s complement. After that, to convert into 2s complement, add 1. Okay, so this is just a plus add in this number. So this is 1 1. In the addition form, it becomes a 0, and this will 1 0 1, and all will remain same like this. Okay, so you will get a into this and then add 1. Okay, so that will be representing as a minus 1, minus 18. So this form is written as a minus 18 here. So this is a 2s complement. So mostly this is used. Uh, Now this is not important for the qualifier paper. This floating point representation and this single precision, all these things are just for knowledge purpose, but not for. Let me check other topics. Sign weight, character representation is also not much important. Unicode. So this theoretical part is a little bit, some question may also ask. So compilation, what is the compilation? What is pre-processing, compilation assembly? So this is the compilation process. What is the first is the pre-processing thing. So when we write any code, so that is pre-processed first. So some preprocessors are there. So like hash define, hash include, we add the library. So all that actually added into in your final code, checked actually as a pre-processing. Then compilation process contains this syntax. This is also much deeper topic that is also not much important. Only the overview just sometimes asked. Okay. So compilation process, this is the analysis, syntax check, semantic check, intermediate code generation, optimization, code generation. Just read this heading and just understand, see what the meaning of this. What is the assembly meaning is convert the assembly code into a machine code. What is the linking means? So linking is just a combine multiple object file into a one single executable file. So that is some steps of this. So that is also not important. Similarly, role of operating system in a computer. So just read the main point. So process management, memory management, file management. This is the OS purpose. So this is not too much related to the C programming. So only the basic ideas you should have. What is the booting actually? Okay, what is the booting process? What is the bootstrap? So just go through this once. So this is the only main important part of week 2 is just number conversion or negative number representation. This is the main part of the week 2. Okay, so do not go in another deep topic. Okay, let me just share this. This is already available on the course page. I'm not sure you not checked actually. You can see you are the qualified student now. So let's check qualify. All these notes are available on the course page itself. So supplementary content, week-wise summary notes. Just go on this and Click on this, you will get these. Okay, so I think access is given to all, anyone with this link. Yeah. So you can just download this PDF week 1 to week 4 and just revise this. In week 3 and week 4, what type of questions is important we can expect in the attempt? So same what qualifier paper that in mock question you can see mock paper. So from like this, from week 3 basic expression or the variable representation operators. So this type of question asked, but week 4 some code based question. So like you can see this code base simple code is given, what will be the output for this. So pre-increment, post-increment, what topics are covered actually. You can just go through these notes and just check 3 and 4 notes that are actually enough for the these questions. Okay, so just code, simple code snippets are given. You can go through step by step and see what is the output. So this type of questions for the week 4. Week 3 some theoretical like how which one of the variable is the correct in the correct valid form, or what are the some operator things. So you can see varied data types in the C. Some theoretical question may also ask, but operator related, and operator or operator, how this works actually. So this type of question will ask. So just go through the summary notes from week 3, week 4, where the example and all this information is given. You can just click it. Or you can also revisit our revision session from the YouTube channel. So that will help you. Okay. Okay then. Thanks everyone. Bye.